All right, you guys get ready to get rolling?
Yeah, let's send it downrange.
You're listening to the Modern Dad Experience.
All right, boys, you want to cheers in?
Hell yeah.
Boom. Cliggity, cliggity.
All right, it's been 2
That's nice.
weeks since we recorded. Let's hit the highlights. What did you guys do over the past 2 weeks? How was your Easter? Give me the download.
Brett?
I like the download. I don't know, man.
You're just going to do sound effects.
Yeah. It was low-key family stuff on Easter. Some of my family was out of town, so it was mostly my in-laws, which is pretty cool. Low-key at the house. Nothing more. You know, it rained, so I got away with no Easter egg hunt. I was like, the Easter Bunny doesn't come out in this shit. And my oldest one knows that the Easter Bunny's not real, so when she woke up, she was like, Dad, are the eggs out? And I was like, no, it rained. And
Yeah.
even then, she still was like, come on.
So, yeah, my youngest still believes in Santa.
Nice. Yeah, same here.
But neither one of them believe in the Easter Bunny, obviously.
Oh, Ben believes in
Hopefully your youngest won't watch this episode.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
You know
My
what I
youngest
mean?
believes in all the things. My oldest doesn't believe in any of them because, once
Yeah.
you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny that they're saying this one's real, this one's not.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's
hilarious.
interesting. Like you can carry the thought that, oh yeah, that one. So we won't quite kill the Santa myth just yet.
Yeah.
We traveled back down to Sykeston, worked around my grandma's house, and had an Easter egg hunt. So it was good. It was enough, but not too much, kind of thing, like you were saying.
Okay.
What'd you get up to?
Man, I did. It was a crazy weekend for me, for my family. But we did an inside Easter egg hunt because it's raining. Like
Yeah.
the Easter Bunny's not a punk, right?
Yeah.
Right, not in my house. It's not. So Easter Bunny
Oh wow. He's
still hid the eggs after not sleeping for 50 hours, and he was still on point, and he landed them inside the house.
That's a
which
good
was-
move.
Which
That's
is
a good move.
legit.
Actually,
Yeah, man, it was crazy, but we did Easter, and then we went to families, wife's side of the family, cousins, and then grandma, and had just a great time. It was always great to see family. It's always great to see family,
Yeah. Good.
especially when it's not like your blood family. It's the other side, so you kind of get to be the outlaw, and
And it's so yeah.
you don't have the pressures of all those years of growing up and all that potential, all the energy that's
Oh yeah.
there.
Way easy for my wife to attend her in-laws and
You were
meet
saying that's awesome.
meet into
Right.
my in-laws because it's just like we don't have all that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you don't have the baggage.
Yeah.
I mean, we're growing it every year. I know. I'm getting pretty close. I'll have baggage on both sides enough where it'll be a coin flip, but
And then it's just like cheers, mission
depends what house you go to.
Yeah.
right.
Then it's just like I'm gonna stir it up this time. See what. All right. So a little bit of a loaded question. We're gonna have to take some edits on this one. But let me set this up. A little bit of a setup for the question. So Viktor Frankl, he survived the Holocaust, and coming out of it, he had this theory that we shouldn't chase happiness, we should chase fulfillment. And there are three things that make you feel fulfilled. That's creating, suffering, and experiencing. So we'll take them one at a time. Past couple weeks or what comes to mind.
It's very interesting, three real quick, because creating and experiencing seem like, and suffering seems to be like, maybe, I don't know,
The outlier there.
the underbelly or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the way I look at it is like creating can be in your work around your house where you're building something that wasn't there, either with your hands, your mind, something like
Sure.
that. Experiencing is maybe like the family side of things or taking trips or, like
Just
some kind
that,
of quality
yeah.
time. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're very similar. They're like in the same ecosystem, but that's how I
Maybe,
take it.
and yeah, you can't always have, roses, so.
Yeah. On the create side, I took an early attack to the house this year in terms of the landscaping, getting the mulch down, getting everything nice, weeds pulled, all that stuff, and I enjoy keeping that up. I think I usually got like a podcast in my mind or in my ears to listen to something.
Nice.
But that's been fun.
Every year I put mulch down, I realize I did it too early, and then all the pollen falls on it, and I'm just like, are you serious again?
It happened to me this year.
I mean,
What about you guys on the sphere of create?
I don't know. Like, you mean how do I feel about what?
What makes you fulfilled when you create something, or what have you created?
I feel like I guess I could say I've created some businesses,
Here you go.
but I wish I was more creative with my actual hands. Like, I feel great when I create music, right? Because that's with my hands. But like, I wish I could build more. Like, I'm dying to build a
Weren't you
tiny home in the woods,
weren't
but
you
I'm so
drywalling
scared
this
to like.
week?
Yeah, but I've actually done all phases of construction, but I still do not have. Maybe not all, but many, right? I was like a grunt as a plumber for a guy who was a master plumber. And like, so I've seen all these phases, but I still don't have the confidence to be like, I got that. I mean, like, I need to just start putting piers in the ground and build a floor and then just build some walls and see,
Just
you know,
keep
it'd
going.
probably be even better the more funky it was. But anywho, I need to just start it in the backyard.
The city
and
museum
do
of small houses.
There you go. Well, you should just sort of start with a small shed is what I should do in the backyard because I need one anyways. It'd be good for the kids, and I could cut my teeth.
There you go.
Figure that out. Jim,
Yeah,
you wanna give
man,
me a hand?
create, and I think this podcast is what,
Bingo.
you know, hopefully I'm putting most of my effort into from the creativity side. I mean, I started a business as well. I mean, but I think maybe this podcast getting some content out there that resonates with everybody. And outside of that, man, just trying to create the best situation that I can for my family. You know, like whatever it takes. It doesn't matter. Like what
Yeah.
That
what
is one
can
of the
I
biggest
do to keep
rewards.
and really, I mean, I've been trying to think like, hey, what keeps us moving forward, right? And that's with everything, you know, personally within the family, just like, what can I do to just keep trugging along, you know?
Well,
And it ain't easy, but
No, but as far as you're saying that, creating, like, if everybody's dialed in and we're having a new experience as a family, like, there is no greater high. Like,
Yeah.
for me personally, to witness this successful family thing happening, like, on a new, you know, when everybody's clicking and, like, experiencing something new.
Yeah. Well, I think like, and you guys are creating all over the place in terms of Dad's Club, the Froth Festival, like that's community building.
Yeah.
This podcast.
You're
et
right
cetera.
there with us, buddy.
you are right there with us.
By the way, I need some money, okay?
We are sponsors of the front of it, right?
Correct.
You're going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you going to
fantastic.
show up?
I
I'm
hope
just-
so. I'm kidding.
Bring the money if you show up.
And if you don't show up, send the money. I mean, just the money's the important part.
Oh, that was sweet.
You know, hey, first I want to apologize to everybody because there was a noon Blues game today, right? The St. Louis Blues.
We are wasted.
And at least two of us are wasted.
That's
maybe
not true.
one.
Get it
I don't know.
together.
Sorry.
It's
when you
Levi.
when you say that, I imagine Bernie Sanders. I once again am asking for your money.
Right,
That's hilarious. Once again, please, just $5.
right. We don't even need money. We just need to show up. The Froth Fest.
gonna
Are we
be
back
there.
on that? I don't know.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, we
So let's talk about it real quick. I guess we'll reverse the show and throw this into the creation mix.
Are you the MC now?
Sorry,
I
man.
think so. Hey,
You're
sometimes
not sorry.
somebody brought
It's
up
the most
Froth Fest.
insincere sorry
We
I've
got
ever
like
mentioned.
8 golfers and 30 people, which is
which
great.
is fantastic.
Way more than we had last year this early.
Have you signed up yet?
Hell no.
Neither have I. I mean, like, we are the guys and we haven't even signed up yet, right?
I thought we were just automatically signed.
Are we
No?
going to get signage for that?
Next question.
Okay. Are you ready?
If he pays his bill, we can afford it.
Oh, thank God.
All right. The next part of that 3-part question: suffer. When have you suffered recently?
Yes.
And I'll just preface this, like, it's interesting that we all, like, we have this comparative nature to ourselves. It's like, oh, so-and-so has it so good. But really, all of us in our own mind, we're suffering from one thing or another in terms of envy, jealousy, things going on in the family, whatever it is. We're all suffering in some way.
It's funny that how you want more.
Let's just bring it to the surface, yeah.
Was hearing something unfortunately. You know, I was going to say unfortunately I heard it on social media, but I realized if I like enough or follow enough of the right pages or the right stuff on social media, it'll feed me decent stuff. Anyways,
I don't know what that has to do with suffering, Brett, but
well,
thanks.
what it told me is that you need to suffer in life. It's a part of life, right? So it gives you greater appreciation for the good days. And yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
Steel sharpens steel, man. You know, I mean, I think we need to suffer. I think when we suffer is when we get stronger. You know, I wish it wasn't like that, I think, but I mean, I think that's what it is. This past week was probably the hardest that I ever had in my entire life.
And let's pause there for a second, because a year ago you had open heart surgery.
I've had open heart surgery.
So,
I've
1
had
year
back
later-
surgery. I've had shoulder surgery. I've had you know.
Yeah, but that heart surgery was major stuff.
That was major stuff. Yeah, and that,
Set you
you know,
back.
the funny thing about the heart surgery was, like, my family suffered. You know, like, what are the outcomes, right? I don't make it, and if I don't make it, there really ain't nothing to worry about for me personally,
No more
right?
suffering for you, yeah.
Right, and I do make it, and I mean, so like my family was the one that had to worry through that one. But no, so this past week I have been caring for my mom who has Alzheimer's dementia, not just by myself, my younger sister's in town too, and both of our families, and I mean, it's been this super long journey. And Easter weekend, the Friday, we took Mom to the hospital because she wasn't able to put words together. Things just kind of dropped off a shelf. I mean, it's been getting worse and worse, certainly the last 6 months prior to my surgery. I mean, I've been looking into the fact that we were going to have to do something, and it all came to a head. And, you know, emergency room Friday, late night. I think I was up for 48, 54 hours waiting on doctors being there. And, you know, it's not fun. It's my mom specifically was like, I mean, she ran for mayor of our town. She was president of the junior league. I mean, she was a accomplished woman. She was smart, funny, all the things, and helped me to become the person that I am. And, you know, here we are towards the end, and it's no fun. So, outside of the hospital, that whole situation, you know, I mean, working with the social workers in the hospital, you know, the hospital obviously is ready to discharge Mom because she's not sick to the point where she needs hospitalization, but she needs a place to go, and unfortunately,
Modern day care is out of control.
Right, I mean, it's all out of control, but I guess the moral of the story is I wish that my sister and I could give 24 hours a day care at the level that she needs, but we can't, you know, and that's a harsh reality to face. You know, you talk about suffering, you want to be able to do, you know, but you can't. And I mean, you know, it's been super hard for me personally, but I know it's been hard on my family and my sister's family. And, I mean, it's just not a good place to be.
Completely draining.
Completely and utterly draining.
It's so great that you guys can be there for, though. You know, it's great you got a sister to be there with you, but like...
Right.
Yeah.
And I got another sister who's in Florida who, you know, I mean, she's involved as well. I mean,
Get your
it's...
ass back home. I'm
Right,
just
get
kidding.
over here. I'm kidding. But yeah, man, I mean, it's you talk about suffering, the emotions, the grief, the stress, like all of it. I can't point to anything that's been harder in my entire life to endure. But I will say that knowing, and she is in a memory care facility now, and knowing that she's where she needs to be, certainly not where I want her to be, but where she needs to be, has been somewhat of a relief.
So you're coming home after 52 hours no sleep, and then getting the eggs hidden just in time.
Getting the eggs hidden just in time. No shit. That is the absolute truth. And I remember, I barely remember because I was running on fumes, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to hide the eggs. And I remember looking at the Weather Channel, and I'm like, what is it going to do in the morning? Am I going to go outside and hide these eggs? Or am I going to hide them inside? And the radar showed that we were going to get rain at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. maybe. And that's the wheelhouse of when my girls wake up. So I'm like, inside. Got to hide them inside. Boom. So we did. Hit them inside. But yeah, I mean, the last week, honestly, has been a complete
Blur.
just a flash, a blur, and it's not over yet. I mean, there's all sorts of things that are still tugging. I mean, my mom had a dog, right? Cece, the dog, and so now I have a dog. Cece the dog, but Cece hadn't been to the vet in, probably
a cool gift your mom gave you.
right? Isn't that fantastic? 7 years or so. So I took her to the vet, and then I had to get her groomed, and then now
Cece bites him and she gets rabies.
It's not gonna happen, Brett. She's got a rabies shot, and
I'm just
she's
kidding, it'd just be
a
like
sweet
funny
sweet
if you
dog.
just-
Real suffering. Brett wants some. He's like, hey, you haven't had enough suffering.
Shit. Yeah, right.
Thanks, Brett.
Yeah,
I'll hook along to your train. So my grandma has dementia, and her full-time care is my mom. And that is, I mean, my mom's just a shell compared to that
How old
care.
is your grandma?
She is approaching 90.
Did she take care of her in her home?
Yeah. And I mean, my mom just like, she's frazzled all the time, like trying to take care of her, and no coherent thought, all that stuff. And so when I was down there for Easter, I'm just trying to help where I can, but it's minuscule compared to what she does on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I want to give a shout out to somebody who will never see this podcast. Larry, my guy at St. John's Mercy Hospital, who was a tech, right? So Larry, this is the day that I went to the hospital. I was intending to take my mom back to her house and, find somebody to come in. And so I get there, and Larry, at this point, Mom is on a 1-to-1 situation. So the tech basically has to stay with my mother 24 hours to keep her, contained, right? So she doesn't leave, so she doesn't get out there. Well, so I get in there, and Larry's like, hey, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And this is after my mom didn't even really recognize me,
Yeah, you showed up, and you're like, ready to go home? And she
looked at me like, who is this guy? And so Larry's like, you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay, right? And so I'm in there, and he leaves, and probably the first time he's got to leave, and, since the start of his shift at 7 a.m. And doing pretty good with my mom as a stranger, as a complete stranger. And then, at some point she starts getting the itch. She's like, okay, I'm going to just start getting out and seeing, and that's part of this, whatever it is. But she wants to get out of the room, and she wants to talk to her, and, so I'm trying to get her back. And my man, Larry, he sees it, and he comes in, and this guy's a tech, mind you. He's not a nurse. He's not a doctor. He's just a tech, and he comes in with a stack full of washcloths, and he just has a stack full of washcloths, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what is this guy doing, right? And so he sets them down on the table, and he just takes one, and he flicks it out like this, and then he folds it. He just folds it into a nice, like you would a handkerchief, right? And he sets it down, and he says, hey, Miss Claire, he said, can you fold these washcloths for me like that? And she just... boom. Like, she went from, I'm trying to run away, to, I got a mission, so he's giving me a task, and so, I can do that. And so, and it wasn't like I saw my mom in that moment, but I saw a couple things, like, hey, like, this guy, who is only a tech, right, has so much more experience taking care of someone like this than I do, right? Even though I love her more than anyone else in the world, like, this tech, who doesn't know her from anyone, has more experience than me, right? So, like, it was like an awakening, like, oh, okay, like, I can't do this on my own. But
yeah, there's so many angles that you don't know, that you're not taught, bro.
Right.
So that's actually a parallel back to the create, because with create you have purpose, and in that moment he gave her purpose of like putting her mind to task on create a pile of folded washcloths.
100%.
Probably even brought back the old mom's mentality in her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like doing the laundry or so forth, like keeping the house together. I don't know.
What's that, Brett? Women, all moms do laundry? Is that what you're trying to say?
This
He
guy,
said it.
this
In our
guy.
house, 50-50.
I like to fold
I can't
the
bend
laundry.
over to the
I
drying
don't necessarily
machine,
like
it
to
hurts
do
my
that. I
back.
like to
Yeah, 'cause
fold the
you're 7
laundry.
foot tall.
Correct.
Okay.
Same with the dishes. I can't do that position.
Well, what you could do is
It's like Emily can't push the lawnmower, so I had to hire a company.
you
What?
you could
Brett, I want to
I'm sorry.
well done. That was well done. I was gonna say you could build you could get out the tools and build a platform so the dryer's higher, so you could reach in there.
Damn you! And we don't have those little step stools all over the house. Like, I don't know where it
Nothing
went.
like that.
That's funny.
Tape measures.
You gotta suffer.
Not really. I mean,
A few weeks ago, your dad.
yeah. I mean, I'm not going to deny that for sure. That was intense.
He's doing great now, by the way.
Crazy.
I had a
how
great
he's
time
doing.
with him on
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah. No, I was not suffering. I'm just thinking of like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Suffering, it comes in different ways, I guess. Like, I can, I
Dude.
feel like the older I get, hot and cold. It's crazy.
Business deals, suffering like through like things that you know should just be
No,
nailed.
bro, I was
and-
talking about starting a business, and it is brutal. Like, you know what's crazy? I'm glad you actually said that because it's fully legitimate. Like, we have tremendous growth. I'm speaking on the food side right now, but like,
Right.
I mean, tremendous growth. Like, it's really exciting. I think it's literally almost 2,000 stores, and it's like 80-something members within our commissary.
Which is fantastic.
It's unbelievable. But at the moment, we're taking a pay cut. Like, even thinking about it, it's just overwhelming because it's like all these years and all this work, and it's like pay cut. So we're trying, because the economy's changing, we're trying to grow. It's not easy. You go in debt. You get debt when you run a business. Most of the time,
sure.
there's a little bit of debt on the books, which is a good sign. Could be healthy, even if you're profitable, right? So the suffering is, dude, it's crazy. It makes you question, like, have I done this for this many years to really have like a semi-financial crisis on my hands? Because you get into a situation, you get to a point where you get your budget set, and when that changes, nothing's getting cheaper, right? So it's like strain, and then you trying to do multiple things is by choice.
Yeah,
But
I mean-
that could be additional strain, which is by choice.
Yeah.
So I got to be grateful that I'm even able to have this additional strain because I'm choosing it. In a way,
Just
you
so
know what
hard
I
at
mean?
the time.
I love this pain.
No pain, no gain.
I just burn money. I love it. I'm just kidding, but
Steel sharpens steel, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Like, I feel like, and I remember when I got out of my heart surgery, right? I mean, I remember waking up from that, and that was the worst pain I ever felt. They're taking the tube out of your throat and all this, and a few weeks in, I was recovering. I remember looking in the mirror and being like, you cannot hurt me anymore. I swear to
shit.
God, I said it. I said, you can't hurt
I
me
love it.
anymore. I did. And then about a month later, I got kidney stones. And I was like, oh, shit, no, my bad.
that's better than some other crazy things
Right,
that
my
happen,
bad. But I'm like, okay, right? I get it. Right? So, like, don't ever think you're done suffering or done, like, you've mastered it all, because there is another level, and it'll come get you, and especially if you're talking shit. Especially if you're talking shit.
You punch the mirror. What the fucking say?
Life is a game. It's like level up. Each year you level up in terms of what you can tolerate.
Right.
What you can, yeah.
Right?
All right, let's bring it up a notch.
Let's do it. Oh, man.
We did creating, right?
We did creating. Let's
Okay.
go to experience. I'll share mine first. So, and I feel like my mind goes to like vacations with experience, but I know that it doesn't have to be something big like that. For me, recently, experience was the neighborhood nights, which what I mean is Clay comes home, one of the kids that's also a walker came home, they played outside, then another kid joined, and all these kids are playing. Ben was out there at the end of the night for like 4.5, 5 hours.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, and he just comes in beat tired. He's just like, carry me to bed, and I'm just loving it because I'm
It's the best. It's like storybook shit.
yeah, it's like that's what I want for my kids, and we have a great neighborhood. It's really awesome that we have so many similar age kids.
Dude, crazy those simple things create such crazy joy.
Yeah.
Like, it's beyond.
Yeah.
It makes you realize all these, sometimes too much is just too much, like the simplification. But I've been, so creating and experiencing is like, I've been trying to work more with, like, you ever notice, like, if you just look up versus looking down, like what that feels like mentally? like there's something to say for like even your posture and stance. Like if you go like this, you almost feel like you're receiving something. Like I mean, it's crazy. So even with speech, it's like just saying things repeatedly to yourself or to the mirror.
Tarot cards out next.
No, I'm not bringing those. That's funny you mentioned that actually. The sun is going to set tonight at the solstice. No, but dude, there's just tremendous power in words, and it's like, you know, I don't know. So what I'm saying is, though, you create that joy that you can take a situation kind of like yours in a way. I'm not saying you can change that with words by any means, but the way you deal with it or prepare for it, the way you talk to yourself in the morning, like repeatedly, can do. It's unbelievable. Like, and there's a ton of stuff on this to go look at or listen to about what to say and how many times to say it and all that. You can get carried away, but the power, I'm trying to remind myself to create a positive experience.
So that's very awesome what you said, because through all this, whatever I've gone through over the last week, and I've tried to be in the moment. You know, I've tried to experience it all, like the pain, the fear, the anxiety, all of it. I've tried to just take it face first, head on, you know? And I think experience, you talk about it like it's the right now. It's like, how are we living? What are we doing right now? And I mean, it's chasing happiness, whatever, but that's all we have. You know, the past is gone. The future is not here. None of it exists. So like, and I, you know, I my better half is a planner. And the thing is that I wouldn't be able to have the awesome experiences I have without a lot of the planning.
My better half is a better planner. So.
Right? And so, but like, so like that is a valid, huge, awesome thing that I don't have that she brings to the table. You know, but I think the most important thing for everyone is the experience. It's the right now. It's how do I react when I have that suffering, when I have that adversity? How do I react when things are great and I'm on top of the world? Like, am I, you know, not noticing the people who need me? I mean, like, it's the right now. How am I reacting in this moment? And how can I set myself up to be reacting the right way in this moment? Because that's the only thing we have, man.
Well, right, you're a little out of control and you need to calm down.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
What do you think?
On what? On what he just shared?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, you 100%. Especially, I'm gonna mess up this quote, but
I hope so.
Living in the moment. It's like, you know, die to the past. It's gone. Die to the future. It hasn't happened.
You better learn from it and carry it with you, but don't fret.
Yeah.
Right. The quote.
Don't replay it.
Huh? That's the
Did
quote?
you know the quote?
No,
you just cut him off.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, he didn't say it right, so.
The quote he doesn't know, I'm saying it wrong.
Let's go Blues!
No, I mean, I think it's absolutely, I mean, where you're sharing, paradigm is everything in terms of like outlook of
lens, yeah.
Yeah, is this an adversary? Like, is this a challenge, or am I making it more of a thing that I need to, and how can I reposition it in my mind?
Yeah, I genuinely mean that. Don't. You can't change the past whatsoever. We know that, right? But like, if you don't constantly remember how that made you feel or what that led to, that's crazy, right? So you got to carry that learning thing, but like, how do you learn from it, but not let it stay with you? Like, that's making that change in the future is how. You
touched upon this about like the morning affirmation type thing, but if you, like I said, die to the past, die to the future, not like this moment that you're in is complete. That nothing else is needed to complete it, to make it more awesome. It's
exactly
just
what
already
it should be
complete
because it's here.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then that can bring you peace and be like, okay, so I just need to be in this moment and make sure the next step is.
Kumbaya.
You know what I mean?
Kumbaya, my friend.
Kumbaya.
Next week we tackle metaphysics.
No, I love it, especially with a good buzz.
Let's go Blues.
All right, anything to hit upon other than Froth Fest coming up?
No, but we are super pumped.
Super pumped about Froth Fest.
We got to reiterate that. I mean,
Brett has finally made it shareable on Facebook, so I will probably share it.
Oh, we do got new
tomorrow.
News.
Maybe?
We got
hold
new news.
Hold, pause. Okay.
How dare you?
Sharing it on Facebook. You probably should attach the podcast to it to promote the podcast.
We should do that.
Oh, we did that. New news is this.
We are promoting the podcast on Facebook next week.
$75 whole sponsors.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
We had a collaborative effort come up with this.
Did we?
Yes.
I remember it.
It was pretty good.
It was
came
a
up with
good
the soccer
time.
game because it was just like, what else can we do to generate money? It's like, wait, we have 9 holes of tournament.
Are we playing Can Jam too?
That's great. You can
Right.
talk about that.
We should
Just
play
keep,
Can Jam.
just keep
too.
adding
You're gonna
scope.
talk about that in
Just
1
keep
minute.
adding scope.
And
Till we
just-
get a bounce house.
Levi,
No,
Where's the
No.
bubble bus?
Insurance. We're not messing with bounce houses, bro.
But Bubble Bus, maybe, right?
Bubble
Makes
bus,
it
maybe,
slick. I don't know.
maybe
Is that
snow
bad
cones,
insurance? I don't know.
but absolutely no way, shape, or form bounce houses or slides.
Who's bringing the Molly?
What?
How about Axeroy?
You just asked?
Molly?
I was like, did I hear that correctly?
I bet that gets edited out.
And
It
I
should.
said no
I
bounce
swear to
house,
God,
and
it
that was the
should.
next thing he said.
Right.
See, this is the curveball, non-vanilla yogurt shit I'm talking about.
But that we need. That
Which
we
I
need.
love.
That we need. And you love.
What was I saying? I couldn't even possibly remember now.
I
I'm
don't
in the
either.
land of Molly.
So good.
No,
What, you got any?
it's $75, $75 whole experiences on
Experiences or
You're gonna
sponsorships?
create your experience if you sponsor this.
Okay. So, you get to like make it like I'm gonna put like a
Listen,
goalpost up
let's
or
talk
something.
about our
and say-
current. Let's talk about our current sponsor, the Frall Fest, since it's a Dad's Club thing.
Okay.
Right? We got Gus's flipping pretzels.
They're sponsoring
bro.
us. Or are they sending pretzels
Their
or what?
logos. We might. They're closed on Sunday.
Yeah, they
So
have
I'm thinking
nice-
about going down to Gus's. Either way, they
And buying
sponsor
it,
the
craft
event.
them, right? Yes.
Buying pretzels, frozen pretzels, and then warming up Sunday morning, bringing them out fresh and hot for the cold
We know
beer.
Gus.
Dude, Gus is a limber.
Gus needs to be on this.
Legendary Gus Twist and Pretzel
Gus,
since
I know you.
1920.
Gus, I know you listen to us. I don't know if you watch us. I
I
don't
love
know
how we
you,
just unload right
I don't
now.
know how you
Gus.
do it, but Gus, you got to come on with us. And actually, are we gonna live stream? That's like 2
We
weeks from
should
now.
do that.
All right, let's not put the cart before the horse. Back to the sponsors. Gus's Pretzels, huge deal. The fact that they're on board. Teachers, Spray and Pest Control, local company here in Crestwood and St. Louis, huge sponsor. Amazing, they're on board. 2 Men in a Garden, phenomenal local food purveyor, great sponsor. They're on board.
The Modern Dad Experience.
Modern Dad Experience, great sponsor. We're
On
blessed to have
board.
them on board. And Blue Jay Brewing. So we got a few sponsors, right? Blue Jay Brewing, local dad, awesome brewery down by the
We
soccer
should probably
stadium.
talk about
award-winning brewery.
Steve. You know,
Steve Ewing's coming out.
playing the
He's-
tunes. He's pretty.
He's gonna
good.
rip it up.
Yeah.
But the point of this is we have a hole sponsor. $75. You can get your sign at the hole at the tee box, kind of like you would in a golf tournament.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
Seems
the
like-
gig.
Seems great.
Seems awesome. And then we're gonna make badass little signs, so we want to do it every year, and you can just be the whole sponsor every year. So if you're out there and you got a local business, insurance agents, real estate agents, whatever your tick is, come on,
Nice.
come on, let's find it. Let's do it.
Let's rock it. Let's rock it.
Yeah. You have 9 holes. How many sponsors do you have?
So we were
should 2 per hole.
We
so
would
it's
like
18 holes?
we would like 9 new sponsors, but if we can at least get 6, we'll
Let's
take
get
our current
18.
4 sponsors and put them on. There you go.
Let's get
It's
18.
all money we're raising for the school and for Dad's Club and PTO. So the more we can push this, the better.
Sweet.
We thought 75 was a fair balance. Anywho,
I mean, you know, I'd probably gone 100.
The-
But,
the other-
I mean, 75 is good too.
some people said that we were going to do 50 and then it ended up 75. So
yeah, I would have gone 100. But I
be.
mean, you know,
hey, there's more news coming. They're doing it's pretty soon. It's called Raise the Roof. I should know the date, but I don't. It's over at the Thomas Sappington House.
right?
They're putting the new cabin in.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're not actually doing it. It's a fundraiser dinner.
So they were still raising money. They got about 80%, 70% of the money
Yeah.
or something raised, and they got to finish up. And then,
But when
they-
is that? When's the date? You got the date
no,
and time?
but
you got
look
it all?
up Thomas Sappington House, and they're putting in a whole new cabin. That's not coming until like a year from now.
Yeah, but they got a dinner it's gonna be really cool. They're gonna have an auction, all sorts of stuff.
It is. Live music.
He wanted to bring it up. He just didn't have any of the information.
It's in
And
May.
Neither do I. But
It's
I
in
mean,
May. We know that. It's in May, so be
it's
ready.
in May. We'll put it up
Next
there.
year?
No, bro.
No, soon.
The cabin's
Right around
going
the
up
corner.
next
Oh,
year.
I was hoping to when the cabin was coming.
Cabin's
Yeah.
going in
That
next year.
thing may be here. I don't know.
But that's legitimate
2027.
two-story cabins, like 2 fireplaces. They've completely taken down log by log, kept it all documented, and they're going to rebuild it.
You know what? Every time I take apart a bed or a piece of furniture, I'm like, I'm gonna remember this, and then it's like, nope.
Nope.
I don't-
You
yeah.
almost got to take
No
photos.
clue.
Might as well just trash it.
No clue.
There you go. That's the mentality. What do you think else we can think of? Any restaurants coming to town?
We're now working our emails. So.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? All right.
think it's time to cheers out.
Oh, we ready? I'm sorry. Jeez. Jeez. I brought a Bush beer. Go Blues. Cheers.
That was phenomenal.
I think it was good.
Just set records.
I think that was our